Hello, my name is Ivan. I come from Gimnazia Gospic, and today I'm going to present to you the Erasmus Plus project Europe for Future. The coordinator of the project is teacher Dita Klobuchar. Hello, could you tell us a few words about this project?
Hello, of course I can tell you a few words. It is not a few words, it will be the whole story which our students will present to you. I will just open the first page of the nice journey, of the nice story that is called Europe for Future Journey. The participating countries are Belgium, Spain, Germany, Italy, Turkey and we, so 6 countries. At the beginning we decided at TPM in Turkey about the mobilities and the topics we are going to cover within this project, and we are going, since the topic is Europe for Future, we are going to cover the topics of sustainability. So the first theme was SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, which we were being trained in Turkey about. Then we talked about flora, fauna and a lot more other topics that our students will tell you about.
Okay, it sounds great. So the first mobility with our students was to Naples, and the girls who went to Naples will actually tell us a few words about their journey. So girls, your journey was surely a thrilling one. And what was the topic of your mobility to Naples?
The topic was sustainability. We presented our ideas to other students, and together we exchanged useful information to help each other how to make our cities more sustainable and more eco-friendly.
Nice. So would you mind telling us about the activities you did in Naples and which one was your favorite?
Firstly, we went 20,000 years back in the time to ancient city Pompeii. There we saw the life before the big eruption caused by Vesuvio. Then we saw the royal palace of the Naples, which amazed us with its size and beauty. We also visited the central of the Naples and the Gallery Umberto, which is the mini version of the one in the Milan, and also the most beautiful metro station in Europe. The favorite was definitely the metro station, which in one part, above the stairs, looks like the Galician entrance to paradise.
Nice. So have you noticed any differences between our cultures?
Yes, of course. Italians enjoy every coffee, every bite, and every moment, generally speaking, while Croatian people are the opposite, always somewhere in a hurry. Also, Italian food mostly consists of pizza and pasta, while Croatian lunch must contain potatoes and meat.
Well, it all sounds wonderful, which begs the question, were there any negative sides to your mobility?
Well, there wasn't a negative side, so everything was perfect.
So you really enjoyed it?
Yes.
And after all of this, do you think that this mobility improved your English?
Yes, improved a lot, because there you are in a real simulation where you have to find a way and speak English if you want to get in touch with someone.
Nice. So finally, after all the traveling, our students became the host to others, and this was a whole another thing. So girls, the mobility back in Croatia in September, you were the hosts and we would like to hear your experience.
Yes, so there was mobility in Croatia, and it was really a beautiful experience, something that I'll for sure remember all my life. So we were on many activities together, and after that we would all meet up and spend time together. And also this mobility showed us how much we can learn about other cultures, languages and other lifestyles. And I'm also really happy that we presented Croatia in the best light possible, and it really left impact on everyone that were in this mobility. And also, not only that, but we improved our English skills, and with that, the most important thing is that we made lifelong friendships.
That is amazing. You mentioned you participated in many activities, so what were those?
So on the first day we all gathered up in our city hall where we had presentations. After that we went for a school tour and a guided city tour. On the second day we headed towards Smiljan, that's a village near Gospic. We spent a day in the Memorial Center of Nikola Tesla, where we could learn about his life and inventions. After that we took a walking route festival. So it was, I think, 4 kilometers long, and after 2 hours we arrived in Gospić. On Thursday we went to National Park Plitvička jezera, where we could learn about flora and fauna of the park, and we also explored the whole park. On the fourth day we went to Cerovac caves, where we also learned about the flora and fauna, and after that we went to Zadar, where we could explore the historical part of the city. On the last day we were in school, where we all exchanged our experience in this mobility, and later that day we had a farewell party where we all ate, celebrated and got our certificates, and also said goodbye to each other.
And that is amazing. And as we know, you two were the hosts. So what is the experience of a host?
Yeah, I was a host to one boy from Belgium. His name is Roman, and it was really beautiful experience. I have to say that this mobility was really special to me because of hosting. We were 1 week together and we got so close. There were so much fun moments, and I really cannot explain how beautiful it was, and I really recommend it for everyone.
That is fantastic. So the mobility to Belgium was perhaps the most productive one. We will learn more about it by the girls. So girls, which topic was your mobility to Belgium based on?
We focused on sustainability, and everyone prepared presentations about their countries and how they prevent the problem.
Very, very good. So how did you contribute to that problem, and what did you do for it?
I think we contributed a lot with informing other people about the situation and inspiring them to take some action, while we are also doing everything we possibly can.
So the mobility to Belgium included a lot of traveling, and which towns and sites did you visit there?
Well, I would say the most famous one is Brussels because everyone knows about it, and of course it's the capital city, and the European Parliament is also there. We also visited a microbrewery, some museums, a botanical garden, and so on.
So which one did you enjoy the most and why?
My favorite place that I visited was Brussels because of its size, which is not comparable to the cities in Croatia. The Parliament and the Atomium were destinations worth mentioning because of their beauty. And I also really liked the place where we stayed, Grimbergen, which was very peaceful, and the way of living there was very different from the way of living in Croatia.
Mhm. So what did you learn about the environment that you are going to use in the future?
I learned how to take care of the environment in the proper way. I learned how to recycle and how to reuse old things in new ways. I'm going to try to influence more people in my life to try to do something about it.
Nice. And what impact did this experience leave on you?
Well, I think everyone should experience something like this at least once in their life, because it's really a special experience and you learn so much, and especially you meet so many new people. And for a lot of people it's also a chance to be independent.
Great. Would you recommend the experience?
Sure, I think everyone should.
Amazing. Our last mobility was to Madrid, Spain, and I hear it was quite an experience. The topic of this mobility was flora and fauna, and the girls who went will actually tell us a little bit more about those. So hello there girls, before we get to the topic of your mobility, I need to ask you, what was the main reason you joined the Erasmus Plus project?
So the main reason I joined the Erasmus Plus project is to improve my English skills, to meet new people and to learn about different cultures as much as I can.
Always willing to learn. And considering that your topic was flora and fauna, could you tell us what you learned about those?
Well, we visited a lot of natural parks. It was it's like an experience that was in nature, and we used the PlantNet app that we got to know more plants, and it was beautiful.
Well, nice. So Spain is a beautiful place, and what was the most outstanding experience you've had during this mobility?
Well, considering it was a lot about nature, since the topic was flora and fauna, I would have to say that Mountain Peñalara was probably the best experience. It was beautiful. As you go uphill, there's richer and richer nature, and there's more snow, and it was really beautiful.
So you stayed at Madrid, which was surely amazing. Can you name the most famous places you visited?
Madrid is huge and a magnificent city with a lot of parks, historical buildings and statues, but it also has its dark sides, such as pickpocketers. But we have them in pretty much every city. We visited Prado Museum and a lot of different parks.
Nice. And if you ever had a chance to do this mobility again, would you actually do it?
I would do it all over again. It was one beautiful experience where you get to meet another culture, more people, you get to see another country. In this point of this whole Erasmus Plus project is Europe for Future, and it actually helps us to understand that we are all actually the future of Europe.
Amazing. And as I said, this journey was quite an experience. Our students travel all across Europe, and now they're going to Germany. So here they are, and they will tell us a couple of words about their projects. Girls, your projects were upcycling and recycling, so could you tell us a few words about those?
We actually did a lot of things. Firstly, we made an informational board to educate our pupils about upcycling and recycling. For Christmas, we brought Christmas spirit to our school halls with different kinds of decorations made out of used paper, plastic cups, plates and straws. We also made benches from used wood that allows our students to hang out in between classes. And the most fun thing we did was making small balls out of wool and soap, and then later connecting them to form little sheep.
Oh, so you were quite busy. And what materials did you use during those projects?
We used a lot of materials, from used paper to old skateboards, paper boxes and plates, plastic cups, straws and forks. We all went from used things to something new. And we also used wool, hot water and soap to make our little sheep.
So everyday materials. And has your opinion or lifestyle changed in any way during these projects?
Well, my opinion hasn't changed that much, but my lifestyle has changed. Instead of paper box, my imagination does wonders. There are so many things that you can make out of something you would never use or see again.
So you were having quite a bit of fun. And did you enjoy these activities, and what was the funniest moment that you can remember?
I think we all agreed this activity, but if I had to choose the best moment, it would definitely be a fashion show with all things we made from wool. We showed off different bags, earrings and other accessories we made.
And as we can see, these projects are not only educative, they are fun as well, right?
Yes.
Well, that would be it for this podcast. I really do hope you enjoyed and learned something valuable. Let's save Europe together, and goodbye.